It's 1:40 p.m. August 7th. Dun, dun, dun. 1:40 p.m. August 7th, 2022. This is a sad video for me. One of my good close friends, Jonathan Rich, has passed. He's on the other side. I'm looking at him right now. He's actually now that I looked at him and put my attention on it, I'm talking about him. He's actually coming this direction. He passed. I think it's almost 2 days ago. I heard something had happened, and Frank told me that Frank Sue told me that he got a call from Jonathan's mother saying that he wasn't around anymore, and I just had that feeling that he was gone. As far as from his body, he was free from his body, and that's wonderful. But when someone passes, it affects us, especially when we're close to them. And Jonathan was going to be part of this live podcast. The live one called Metaphysics that Frank Zhu, it's his baby. This video is going on Metaphysically Speaking. There's another one I'm putting on my other channel, second channel actually, J. Ara Essex, and it's going to be a little more aggressive. On this channel, I want people to be able to relax, have open minds, and try to grasp the idea of what metaphysical actually means, of what's real, of who they are, who you are, and to start growing. And if you understood, at least going into this channel, if you understood who we all really are and what's inside of me and why I'm here, it can be a little unsettling for someone who's just trying to gradually get into the understanding. Who are you? Where'd you come from? I've written a series of books on creation, the creation series. You can get them on Amazon. We've sold almost all our books on the website, thespiritualfoundation.com, but it's closed for at least 2 months anyway, I guess. For Deanna to go home, it might be 3 or 4. We have a lot of merchandise, but Deanna temporarily took it off just so people couldn't see it and start putting in orders anyway. So I'm going to try to make this as short and brief as possible, and hurry up and get it on the internet so it's out there. When Frank told me about his mother calling, saying that you were one of Jonathan's good friends, and I happen to have your number on this what do you call it, the caller ID in the house phone, and she knew about me very well. I just talked to her this morning to confirm what I saw. I'll be doing videos to help you understand what it's like to start seeing with your abilities and understand it, and not to expect perfection, because there's no such thing anyway. Perfection is a thought process given to you, pushed on you, actually made to be part of your understanding. Is you must be perfect, you must strive for perfection. There's no such thing, because what would that do? Keep you frustrated? The more frustrated you are, the more abuse frequencies you build up, the more your energy expands and gets stronger. Most of it, a little better than half of it, in a very sick manner. And then the original first being male and female, now dead. What people call God, as of May 23rd, 2013. That pleased them. They have all these servants they had all these servants everywhere while they were alive and while the servants were. And these servants were, people call them angels. Well, when they do bad things, they're called demons. They were no more than 1%, maybe 1.1, 1.2, but they were usually 1% lower frequencies or negativity or less. And they just did the bidding of the original first beings, the male and female halves of the original first being of it. Then they made some other parts of themselves they released to be more aggressive and to also help protect them. There's over a trillion of them. They were a small amount. Angels, many trillions. But of these guys, a little better than a trillion. And I'm getting exactly how many, and I really don't care. That happens all the time when people ask how many lives have I had. I've learned how to just shut that down so I don't start calculating it down to the actual life. You all have had thousands, millions, billions, trillions. So having lives, that's going into a physical body, having a life has been going on for over 2.8 quadrillion Earth years. So, as we measure time here on Earth. Anyway, so these other beings, they average about 27, just over 27, up to 27 and a half, exactly what the original first being halves were, what the original first being was, and what both halves of the original first being were. They were both 27.5% lower frequencies, but they were stronger. The more negative something is, the stronger it is at the outset. Now, something that's clean, once it's had enough lives to really build itself up and get stronger, is just ridiculous. Okay? I've had the most lives, 10.846 trillion plus. They made me at the very beginning to serve and protect. But I had to have one life after the other, after the other, after the other. I got out of Gandhi at, January 30th of 1948. And then I got into this body July 27th of 1955. Wow. Anyway, so these 27% guys, very difficult to deal with. People in religious factions would normally call the angels and demons. They were something else, but they couldn't be angels because angels and God are good. Yeah, right. God was the original first being halves were both God and the devil. Okay, this thing about Lucifer, what people think of as Lucifer, when they say Lucifer, the one they're actually talking about, it was creation's first protector. He's never done nothing wrong. The lies and all these religions just throw it out there. It's like the thing about Lilith. She's anything but what they call her. Lies, lies, lies. How do they keep you in the dark? Lies, lies, lies. How do they keep you frustrated and never finding out the truth about who they are and what they really do to you? Lies, lies, lies. Every religion is a complete lie. It's filled with them, just full of them. Anyway, so these original, these original first being these original first being half protectors. What I was going to say before is angels. Depending on what they did, they were either an angel or a demon. Whatever, depending on what they did, that's what you call it. But these other things I'm just now getting into. That's what killed Jonathan Rich. One of them, and they are all dead. They are all dead. As I can't remember exactly what time this morning, but I believe as of 4 or 5 o'clock today, Eastern Standard Time, whatever whatever today's date is. I just said it, but I have no memory. August 7th. They're all gone. They're all dead. Every last one that's ever existed is dead. I've killed a lot of them, but they just went nuts. They attacked Deanna here at the house, locked her up. They were messing with me real hard. The thing is, they were strong enough, and they were used to working in the shadows. They were very good at concealing themselves and their energy. And like anything else, once it goes into the upper, sorry, something going on, into the upper crown, down through it, into the middle crown, through it, into the lower crown, through it, right into the hypothalamus gland. That's, once they're in there, they control you. And if you start to feel it, and you're like, what? If you're really sensitive and you're really strong, you say, what's going on? The second they get in there, they totally wipe out any understanding you have of what it is. If they get in there, they can actually run you. They can lock up your body where you can't move at all. They can make you run into it. They tell you to put their energy in your head. Regular angels can do this. But these other ones, they were called the upper echelon angels and demons. Same thing. Okay? They could go inside you and tell you, well, you got to run through that door. And you would not stop them the door. You would run through it if you could. And if not, you back up and try to run through it again. Probably 2-3 times at least before you figured out to open the door. Then they pull their energy out. And you're like, what the hell just happened? What did I do that for? Oh, I better pray and ask for God's help. Oh, there's something wrong with me. Or, oh, it's Lucifer. All bullshit. Every last bit of it. How come I know and no one else does? It's because of what I am. They've locked me up before where I literally got the original first being female. She locked me up one time. And I fell almost flat on my face. I managed at the last moment to get my arms free, and my whole arm was bruised where it broke the cement. This is in 2009, where it hit the cement, where I broke my fall hitting the cement. So anyway, they've done that to me. They've been hanging on there and messed with me. My anger would come up out of nowhere, and I'd say, what the hell's going on? Where the hell did that come from? And if the person jumped back in my face real quick, or was already in my face, then that took me away from trying to see who they are. So there's one of them in everybody, and they're controlling them. Not everybody that's in a body, but in our group, the Spiritual Awakening. Well, guess what? They're dead now. They are dead. Every last one of them. So anyway, when Frank Zoo told me about it, I just relaxed and I looked, and I saw Jonathan. There was a 6-pack of beer. There was one of them already out that was in the house, drank earlier that day or the last night or something, whatever. He took it, and his property, it goes back up into the woods, and there's a lot of it's right on the cliff, goes straight down. And he had drank 3 of them. By the time he got up towards there, relaxing, taking his time, and drink 1 or 2 in the house, whatever, by the time he got up there, he had drank 3 of them already. One of them was missing. He had the 4th one in his hand. And then the 5th one was still inside the plastic ring thing, you know. And with his finger, he was holding on to the what was left of the 6-pack. And he went walking up there just trying to see what's going on and everything. Try to get a free time. He was getting ready to come out, start cranking people up. And he was being hammered real hard by these things and other things. And I'd see what I could, kill what I could, but honestly, I failed him. People, you need to understand something. Everybody, we're all equal, number one. Number two, although I am the strongest thing that's ever existed anywhere, and there's only a teeny piece of me in this body talking to you through it, just like there's only a very teeny part of who you are in your body existing and living a life of crap as a physical being through it. Even as strong as I am and what I can do, cranking people up and doing all kinds of stuff. Again, November 2012, I had 2 agents at the door, 1 Homeland Security and 1 FBI, wanting to know how I do what I do. They came by to say hello, and I told them, next time, park in the driveway instead of behind the, woods over there. And they looked at each other like, how didn't you see the car? I told them enough personal things about them and their lives. They were like, all right, the guy from Homeland Security, he was already warned. This guy's real. Whatever he is, he's real. And the guy from FBI said, yeah, whatever. The guy's just a joke. Well, he found out I wasn't, because I told him enough stuff about his life where he was just like, okay, how the hell did this guy know that? There's no way he could have known this. He didn't know I was coming. Or anything about my life. He couldn't Google me. He called me, in his head, he was calling me a freak show. Whatever, I really don't care. I am what I am. I do what I do for a reason. I have a love for everyone and everything is equal. As soon as I'm out of this body, I'm going to literally turn creation on its ear and to keep all the good and get rid of the bad, change all the bad and kill all the bad. You'll find that out when I'm in this body's in the obituary. Anyway, so what happened was Jonathan was out there and he had a few beers and said, I better go home. So remember what I said about these things. These 27% original first being protectors, they were thought of as, they're servants, but they're like protector servants. Just like what the angels and demons are, same thing. They were servants. So, angel/demon servant, and these were like super angel, super demon servants, whatever, because they're stronger. So he had one in him, and he's turning around to walk back to the house, but he never turned all the way around, and he knew he had. He didn't think he had. He knew he had. Because that's the understanding that was put inside his hypothalamus. And then he took a step to go forward. He went right foot, left foot, and then when he picked the right foot up again, the left foot was sliding, and then he went right down a hill. He went down about 30, it's a straight drop like this. And then it goes out, and then there's trees. About 30 foot down, he started hitting some brush. And then by the time he hit 51 feet and something inches, he actually hit a tree. And it broke broke his neck near the body, where he went sideways rolling and hit the tree, snap, killed him instantly. And then the body kept going down a bit because it was like straight down. It's under 135 feet all the way down. It's about 114 feet or something where they got him, 120, but depends on what line you take. He fell a little bit to an angle, so if you go to that angle and you go straight up at the shortest distance, which is not the way he fell, it would be 113 feet and something inches, and if you go up the other way, it's 120, just barely 120 plus, is that he actually traveled around 125. So anyway, I called Jonathan's mother today and talked to her, and there's no reports of him dying or anything yet. His mother was upset. She used to read tarot, and she was big into astrology and everything, and also she knew Jonathan. Everyone's special and everyone's equal, but his spirit inside actually originated from me, what I am, Ara, not Jay. When I say me, I'm talking about Ara, not this, or Jara. This J with Ara inside, J Ara Essex, because it's J Essex, and Ara's in the middle, because that's what's in the middle of the body. Everything I do is very simple and basic, not because I want people to understand and they're basic, it's because I'm basic. Okay? I don't think little of people, and when someone's doing something bad, I don't think little of them. I think they're a big problem, and I want after them. I don't back up. Check my transmission. There's no R for reverse. I go forward. I don't have hope, but I have a hell of a lot of fortitude, more than anything else. Anyway, I have a lot of aggression in me because what happened, that was not supposed to be Jonathan's life. But they killed him. When the original first being male and female, when they were alive and they wanted someone dead, I'd go ahead, take them out of the body now, kill them. That 34-year-old man that's out running around, doing his nice casual 1 mile run, and he's in excellent health and eats the right foods and yada, yada, yada. Doctor says he's a picture of health, and all of a sudden he dies of a heart attack 400 foot from the house. Yeah, that's, you can attribute it to them 99.9% of the time. Anyway, so I called her up and I told her that I understood that he had passed, and she said yes, and she says, I remember, you were his really good friend. And I said, yeah, Frank and I were probably closest to him, Frank Sue. And Frank and I have been talking about this for days, the second it happened. The second we were aware that something had happened, which was, it had happened at night because it was night over there. When it went on, and the next morning is when they got Jonathan's body. They wouldn't even, she said they wouldn't even let her see it. That's because his neck, was broken, it's all mangled. And I told her what happened, and she said she didn't know about the neck, but yeah, that he fell off the cliff and everything. And I told her, and she said also, before I could say it, she said he was killed. And I said, yes, he was, but it was by spirit, and I explained it. And I told her, I said two things. Number one, but I want you to understand, Jonathan was very special, and he had a very special purpose, and he still is very special. He's on the other side, and he's right here next to me right now. His face is 4 to 8 foot away, depending on the talking to the front or the back of the head. It's about 4 foot wide. And he's just listening, not saying a thing. And so I told her that, he was, very special and very special purpose. But I said, also know that he never took his life. That was done to him. And then she repeated herself, yeah, he was murdered. And I said, yes, ma'am, nothing physical. He was controlled. And then I was talking with this beautiful planetary essence, all planets that have life in them, like here on the Earth, it's female, Gaia. They're all female. All planets are female. We call her Mother Gaia. This lady, I'd looked at her, and I remembered her, and we smiled at each other, and I said, what name can I go, call you? And she goes, don't do that, I don't have a name, you don't have a name, we know who we are. That's all that matters. We're close. And I said, that's good, thank you. So she said that when I had seen what, she's been with me a while, a week, 2 weeks, something. I don't understand time anymore, except some things happen before others, and it's hard to focus on it sometimes. Most all the time. So she said, I told her that, he was controlled, or they killed him. And she said they led him. They guided him away. And they did. They went and said, okay, it's good over there, just go ahead and walk. And he was just walking because he knew it's his property. He'd been around how many times? He's taken Frank up there to show him how beautiful it is. And he just walked right off obliquely walked off the cliff to where it was, he didn't just go straight off it. He went off at an angle where the ground gave way and poof. He thought he was walking home on the trail. People, you don't, it's like I tell you, you don't know who you are. You can't appreciate who you really are. The real you, the beautiful, powerful, caring, loving person that you are. If you're listening to me, there's one chance in a million that you're some negative piece of crap, okay? And if you're concerned about it, it's really, could I be that? No. If you're concerned about it, forget it. There's no way in the world that it could be you. So, you need to appreciate who the hell you are. I came in here one more time to have one more life. And that was to help you understand your awesomeness. I'm old. I say cool a lot, I don't care about hip terminology. I care about communication, getting my thoughts across. And you don't appreciate all the things that have been done to you to help appreciate who you really are. And you've just been abused with all this crap. And that's going. As soon as you see what do you call it when someone dies? I just said it a minute ago. Like I said, this body is still dying, but I've had to be made stronger because living on my own and now without Deanna's help, and I had to be able to function for a while. Whether it's months or years, who knows? I don't see myself being around too much longer, but I haven't for the last 6 years. 7, 8, 9 years, whatever. Since 2015, I was really sick. Anyway, you don't appreciate who you are or understand what's been done to you and what is really going on around you. And that's the whole idea of the J. Era Essex channel, the Creation series, 3 books that I wrote. You can find on Amazon.com. Jarae, J''ARAE''S, Runes of Awakening. It's a book. Doesn't come with the cards. It's a book with different card images that I gave Deanna the information, and she did the beautiful artwork. Now, Deanna's incredibly strong, powerful, everything else. She's a powerhouse, but she doesn't do consultations and stuff. She's also, what do you call it? Here we go again with my lack of diction. When people are designers, she's a graphic designer and an artist, but she's... oh crap! Architect. She's an architect. Through college, everything else, she's certified. Anyway, I need to cut to the short of this. I just want everyone that knows Jonathan Rich to understand who he was, how awesome he was, all the crap he went through, and then he was taken out. He was killed by the other side. I just put out a video a little while ago saying it's okay to use the Ouija board again. Well, it was. Unless you were part of this awakening thing attached to me, the original first being male and female, what people call God, I'm the thing that killed both halves, male and female. Burned both of them just right up. Their energy looked like black burnt plastic just put in the fire. And then you just disperse it with a shot of energy, and it's nothing but soft dust everywhere. There's your God, what's left of it. So anyway, that's what happened to Jonathan. Your lives are hell, creation's hell, because the original first being halves made it that way. You think about it. If something's all loving, all powerful, all forgiving, why would it make a hell? Why would it put you in a body, put you through all this crap? COVID? That's a gift? People say, "Oh, we're so stupid, we don't understand the great knowledge and reason for all that." Oh, bullshit. Okay, that's bullshit. You don't have the angels and stuff. Original first angels, except for a few good ones, they're dead. They're all gone. You're welcome. These other things, as of this morning, all gone, dead. It's not like it's my job, and I've been slack at my job because I keep going into a damn body. Well, as soon as I'm out of this body, I'm gone. When the obituary says in it that John David Essex, age, I'm 67 now, just turned 67, whatever, in Duluth, Georgia, died. You wait and see, within 48 hours, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening. The next 8 to 10 months, you wait and see what I do to the crap on this planet. Mark my words. You could probably call up and try to find Jonathan Rich and see if he's got obituary yet. You won't. They haven't released any details. His mother knew about, basically what happened, and then I told her. She goes, "That's right. And I told Frank about it 2 days ago, or yesterday anyway, yesterday morning. So as far as proof, physical proof that I'm real, it's all over the place. Why do you think the FBI and Homeland Security knocked on my door? Yeah, I'm a little upset. More than anything else, I'm mad at myself. I should have done better. I don't matter. I'm like Stone Mountain. I'm just there. I'm huge. What matters is everything looking for shade underneath me. I'm not a failure. I didn't create this crap, but I'm killing it. I'm destroying this creation while keeping all the good in it and making a new one for you. Wait till you see the lives you're going to have. And then a certain amount of years after I'm gone, I'm pulling everyone out of body. Nobody know exactly when, because I'm not going to tell anyone. Live your life and have fun. 1 year after I'm dead, everything's going to be so different on this planet, you won't know what the hell's going on. Your lives are going to be so much better. The ETs have already become part of what's going on. They're not going to show up real large and in charge everywhere until after I finish the destruction. I don't want you to think, and they don't want you to think, that they had anything to do with it. They don't. Nothing can stop me. Not this beat up, tired piece of crap J. Essex body. I'm talking about who I am. The thing driving, trying to get out of this vehicle. You are not a body. It's a body that you've been put in. You're the battery that makes it run. You just can't fully control it because everything else on the other side's messing with it. And right now there's nothing but chaos in there. But I'm telling you, the new creation is coming. The new format is compassion, honor, equality. And you're going to love it. And then at the last minute, nobody will know. All of a sudden, poof, everything changes. Everyone's back home on the other side. No pain, no nothing. 1/10 of a second. And you're your normal self again. And you're going to see how wonderful it is to be yourself. You think you can feel with your fingertips? You think you can feel with your heart? That's nothing. That's like wearing 3 pairs of gloves and trying to feel something. You can't. Not really. You have no idea how awesome you are. Powerful, beautiful, intelligent. I mean, there's no way to consciously understand it. You can't take yourself as your true self, the spirit inside the body, go through any part of your body and actually grab any understanding that a physical brain can use to process to see who you are as energy. I see physical images, but it's not physical. I can go a step further than that. I am the freak. But there's no way I can explain that. There's no words for it. I see it, but I can't explain it. There's no picture to draw. Y'all are awesome, and you're going to find out whether you want to or not. And all the things that have been bugging everyone all these lives, they're gone. They're all but gone. You'll see when I'm gone. This is about everyone and everything. I'm Stone Mountain, man. I'm just there. I don't matter except to do my job. To give you the shade and protect you from the bad weather. And I'm finally about to do that. I just got to get free. So, anyway, I wanted to tell you about Jonathan Rich and how awesome he was. And Jonathan, I see you're right over here, and I should have done better, but I did all I could. All anyone can do is the best they can. I had the stuff hanging on me, and I couldn't always see it, but I found a way to get rid of them. And I talked to everyone on the other side, because when you're on the other side, you have access to your full self. And they said, they'd always be a little blurry, but we could always see them, and they said they're gone. Rasha is the name we've given to a beautiful, beautiful Bengal tiger that's an old friend of Deanna's and a friend of mine. I know all of you. Every one of you, every single being ever created, I was there at a body when you were created. I know all of you. Anyway, folks, I love you. Take care. It kills me to see anything. I wish it killed me. It tears me apart to see anyone and anything suffer. But the closer it is to home, the harder it is. For me too. Fine, I'm the freak, but you know what? I can only do so much. I'm in a body too. These bodies there's no such thing as perfect, but if there was, these bodies would be a perfect prison. And the stronger you are, especially when you source, your energy actually bonds with the body. Why? Because the body is what? It's part of what exists in creation. And what is source? Everything that exists in creation, physical and metaphysical, and more. So it's like gluing to the inner fabric of the body, so it makes it hell to get out. Those of you that have been watching me for years at the J Era Essex channel, you've seen what I've gone through trying to get rid of this body, trying to leave this body. Anyway, I probably said too much for some of the people at Metaphysically Speaking, but it's the truth. So, Jonathan, I love you, buddy. He's not concerned with that. He's just, he's upset that he was messed with and controlled to where he left, because he's a powerhouse. Jonathan is a powerhouse, but when he was in his last body, he was strong. He was going to be cranking people up everywhere. But it's coming. The end of this abusive foolishness, these physical bodies, it's all coming. And then you're going to be real happy. So, that's that. I told Jonathan's mother to, call me anytime, but just give me a little time to get back with her, because I've got a lot I'm doing. And I can't do much, so it's non-stop trying. When it comes to energy and stuff, nothing can do what I do. But when it comes to physical things that everybody can do, I can't. I'm unable. We can all do things better than other people, different things here and there, but we're not any better. We're all family. And creation's going to change soon. My last life was easy to get out of. 2 men came. A gunman shot me 3 times in the chest, and there was a sniper in the second story. You go to the end of this building, you go in one room, and that's where he was, on the second floor, and he had a weird-looking gun with a scope that was probably 3 feet long. I mean, it looked weird. And when the gunman fired the second bullet, right about the exact same time, the guy with the rifle shot his bullet, just not even a tenth of a second before the gunman fired the second shot. Anyway. Folks, love you. I hope I can help you understand who you are and what's really been going on. You need to understand these crazy things happening had nothing to do with you. There was no one to die for your sins. You've never had any. No such thing. So, when an archer would sin in earlier days, it meant he missed the target. He needed to pick up another arrow. You never missed the target. You've been made to do things, and you never did it. And then when you got out of the body, you thought it was your fault. No one tell you, so you'd be feeling guilty. And people praise God. It's like, what the hell for? And by the way, it's dead. Folks, love you. Take care, and I really hope that you can just hang in there till I can get out of here. I will change everything. You will see it. I don't even want to thank you. I want to see you smile. You having fun? You happy? That's my payment, and it's huge. That's my why I do it. That's what makes me feel good. I don't want it for myself, but I want it for everyone else. My bank accounts and my life has proven that. Folks, again, love you. Take care and have a good one.